I've been with Pathway about 3 years now. Started off as care navigator and I've been promoted to senior care navigator. I've come on to here because I've had previous experience of homelessness. So when this came up, I thought, you know, I'd help and want to make a difference. Excuse me, because I seen what it was like out there. So I was homeless. I ended up getting TB, and through that and the hospital admissions I've had previous, I remember one of the nurses saying when I went into the hospital, like, I was shaking and things, and her saying to me, people like you wasting our resources and things. And I thought, gosh, I won't be back in a hospital, you know, again, unless, you know, I'm on my deathbed. And it sort of came back to haunt me. So a few months later, that's what happened. I came into hospital and I had pneumonia, pleurisy, and finally I'd been diagnosed with TB. Through that time I got to know my beautiful angel Jackie, my nurse, and through there we became, it wasn't just nurse and patient, we actually became friends, and she'd encourage me. And I couldn't see myself that I was, you know, gone grey in the face and, you know, at death's door really. And only when I came into hospital, so really something so awful by getting TB, actually if it wasn't for that I could still be out there, because it took that, and I did end up losing half a lung through it. I had a thoracotomy. So coming out of there, and with the help of Jackie the nurse, because she was the first one. I mean, when you're out in that sort of environment, it's like dog eat dog. To be honest, it's a different world. I had to pinch myself sometimes, because it's like I'm sort of two different people now. I think you come engrossed in your own little world. I mean, you have no bills to worry about. You don't really have any responsibilities. So you just go, and when you get into that, you sort of get entrenched into it. The days become into weeks, but somehow I seem to listen to Jackie, I think because she did care. So that's what I want to put across when I'm working now. I see some patients, and you know, not everyone, you're not going to catch every single person, but even if you catch one and change, you know, their lives like mine was changed. It can happen, it is possible. I think now, yes, I go along with my own instinct, and I sort of know from how I was. I think actually being on the streets had given me some different, you know the things that can happen and things, and I think now, before when I was on, I didn't feel I had a voice and was sort of pushed down, but now I think I've come out of my shell and I'm able to and advocate for other people, and I enjoy doing that, you know, and that, because I think if anyone, to be honest, from what I've been through and been on the streets, I don't really let anything, doesn't faze me now. So anything I come across, I think it's not as bad, because I've been out there, done it, been on the streets, seen, you know, horrendous things. So really what I'm facing now, I think, isn't really anything compared to. So I go on and know these things can be, you know, I know people can get there. Unfortunately, they need to have, like I did, more faith in themselves. And I think by me showing and saying, look, I did it, people don't believe it when I actually say, because depending on where, and say, look, I've been there. And I say, yeah. And I said, no, I have been there. What, one night or something? No, I've been there about 20 years. I know what the other side is like. But you can, as I said, if you really want something, and I know some of the people we get in now and things, if they really want it, they can turn their lives around. And you know, hopefully by me being there and encouraging them, I feel I am helping them to do that. So this has really turned out to be something really positive, and the people I have coming in, I see already the difference it's made in their lives. 3 main patients of ours who really wouldn't, and actually say to me that they wouldn't actually be alive and things if it wasn't for the help and input they've actually got from us, from our project. So to this day we still keep in touch, and she is my, as I call her, she is my angel. If it wasn't for her, I know I wouldn't be where I was today.